Hey, it's Ray here, and I'm inside the new DFY Suite 4.0. Actually, it still says 3.0 up here on this account, but it's actually version 4.0 of DFY Suite. And I wanted to go through it because this is one of the most powerful tools that you can have, and it's gotten a whole lot more powerful. Now, what exactly is this program? Well, what it does is it allows you to create campaigns where you syndicate out your content to high-quality websites so that you start to rank better with your videos, with your websites, pretty much with any content that has a URL. Now, I use it mostly for videos and for some of my websites, but again, blogs, whatever it is you want to rank, you can do that when you use a software like this. And what it does is it automates all the things that we talk about all the time when it comes to getting rankings. We're talking about high-quality backlinks. We're talking about embedding videos. We're talking about Google citations and Google Maps. That, by the way, is new in version 4.0, and one of the reasons that you must pay attention to this video, because if you're working with a client and you're trying to help with their GMB, this is going to make your life a million times easier. And many of you who have worked high level with Google My Business are going to understand it can be a lot of hard work to get some of the things that you need to do in the background with Google My Business to start getting it to rank better. And this is going to automate all of that for you. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So if we come into campaigns here again, we're going to hit new campaign. Okay. Now, in this case here, what we're going to do is we're going to rank a video. And so off screen here, I'm going to pull up a impossible escape video, and we're going to put that video in here. Now, again, this could be your website, whatever it is that you want to have rank better. This is what you're going to put in here, okay? I'm going to give this a name. I'm going to call this IEL for Impossible Escape Loganville. I'm just going to say main video. So that's kind of what it is here. And then down here, we can put our keywords that we want to rank for. So in this case here, now we could go for, a variety of different keywords. Probably want to stick, Josh recommends between 3 and 5. So if we do 4 or 5, that should be good. That will vary up the anchor texts and whatnot. And I'm going to go with, let's see, how about escape room Loganville. Now, I could go after something like escape room, but is that something that I really want to rank for? Probably not, because just because I rank for escape room is not going to necessarily be helpful for my local business. So we're going to go with Loganville in there. And then we could do something like things to do in Loganville. Maybe we could do something like birthday parties Loganville, so we can get more kids coming in. And maybe I'll put in, because we're really close to Snellville, so I'll put in Snellville Escape Room. And so there we've got 4. So that's pretty good. And now, what we're going to do is we can either save this draft here, or we can go to the next step, which you'll see is the content. Now in here, this is where it gets really cool, because if you've ever done this kind of syndication thing to build links, and it can be a pain in the neck because you got to write articles and you got to do all these different things. Well, this is going to make your life a billion times easier, and that's what DFY Suite was all about at the beginning, was making this part easier here. So you can create content by scraping campaigns, and by the way, if you turn off automatically generate, you can still write your own content. So if you get a client that has article writers and they want to put that stuff in there, this is where you can do that. But here you can do scraping, or you can use the Create, which is a program that does artificial intelligence articles. And nowadays, it's really good, so there's no reason not to do that. So we're going to use that right here. English is the language you're going to use, and then we can choose a category in here. All right, for the sake of this, we're just going to choose parenting, because we want parents to bring their kids out. Now down here, we can embed our video, which is optional, but we're going to definitely want to do that. So anytime you can embed a video here, that's going to help you to rank in YouTube as well as Google, whereas the traditional use of this service is to rank in something like Google. This is going to help you with the YouTube side of it as well, so we put that in here. And now for the part that is absolutely, positively, monstrously huge, and that is embedded Google Maps and the citation builder. So this is new in this one here. you're going to put in your Google Maps URL, and then down here, you're going to fill in your citations. Now, this is stuff we've told you to do in your YouTube videos. If you're doing YouTube work for a client, put this information into the YouTube video, because embedding it like that is such a huge thing. Now you're going to be able to do that, and do that with a whole bunch of powerful links all over the web. That's going to make a big, big difference. So, of course, you're going to want to come in here. You're going to put in your name, possible escape, Loganville. Okay, we're going to put in our business address. And by the way, what I highly recommend is that you go to Google itself and make sure that you get exactly what Google says your business is. So that way you can make sure that, you're not putting anything even slightly different than what it should be. Okay, and so if we want to do that, what we're going to do is I'm going to pull up an actual map here. Okay, and we're going to place that address in there just as it shows it in Google. And we're going to put in the business phone number. And again, I'm literally copying this directly from what Google has so that it is letter for letter identical with no changes whatsoever. Okay, and then you can put in the Google Business Profile URL. Now this is what we've told you guys to do in the YouTube videos for a while now. And the idea here is that you will have a backlink directly to that Google My Business listing, which is a huge thing. Okay, and we're just going to paste that link in there just like so. And so now, when this creates all those syndications, you're going to be getting all of these citations that are built, as well as the link back to the Google My Business profile. So that's huge. Now up here, Google Maps URL. Paste that in there, and we are good to go. All right, so now we can hit next again. This is where we can choose how many links we want to build. Now, depending upon your level of account that you have, this is going to vary a little bit. And you can see here, this one's going to stop at 500. But if you've got an upgrade, it'll go all the way up to 1,200. And here you can drip feed this out over a period of time, up to 90 days. This used to be 21 days, so that people have asked that it be spread out longer. And so they've added that as a new feature as well. In this case here, we're going to keep it down here to do 22 days. That's fine. If you wanted to schedule this, you can. We're going to do immediately, but you could come in here and you could do a schedule on that. And you can choose whether or not to index the links. Now, there's an indexing program that will take those links, and basically what an indexer does is, rather than just throwing the links out there to the world, the indexer literally takes those links and goes, hey, Google, pay attention to these. And then that way they get indexed quicker, and then therefore you rank quicker. So once we're done with all that, we hit next, and you'll see here is what we've put together. Okay, and so now we can hit create. All right, and then once you've got everything put in there properly, there you go. You can see there's our campaign. It's just gone out. Status is listed as posting, not yet completed. And we can click on this here, and you can either cancel, edit, or duplicate this. But right now, this is going to go out, and boom, it's that quick and easy. As I've said in the past, we've used programs to do all the syndication stuff for us, and we had to write an article, write blog posts, like just, I mean, every single one you wanted to do, it took like an hour to do each one, even more because you had to write the content, but just taking your content, putting it all together, bringing it in here, embedding this, adding a picture, it was a nightmare. This does all of this for you, hence the name DFY Suite, Done For You Suite. It's going to start building all this immediately without you having to do all that work. And so there it is, DFY Suite. I really loved this program in the past versions, but now with the new stuff that they've added to this, one thing we didn't mention, you can also instead of a YouTube video, you can embed a Twitch video. So if you want to get traffic from Twitch, you can do that as well. But we do the YouTube video, obviously. But the addition of the maps and the citations is massive. I cannot express how excited I am that that's there. Because like I said, we've told you to do that with YouTube videos, because if you're making 100 YouTube videos and you're putting those citations in there and the links back to the Google Maps and, you know, all that, you're getting all these different citations. This takes it to a whole other level with that. So be sure to use this program. We've got a ton of bonuses. In fact, we can take a look at some of the bonuses that are being provided directly from DFY, and then we'll talk about our bonuses as well. Okay, so here on our bonus page, if you come down to the bottom here, you'll see all these great bonuses. Now, we have bonuses as well, But these are the bonuses that are being provided by Josh. So you got the agency rights to DFY suite as a bonus, which is huge. The sub syndicator feature, 3 licenses. You've got automatic done-for-you video embeds for the faster rankings. Keyword bootcamp training, so if you need to learn all about keywords, long-tail keywords, short-tail keywords, what they mean, how to use them, you're going to get that in there as well. The live client attraction bonus training, that's going to be huge. Perfect optimization blueprint. And free access to Spin Rewriter 12 for a full 5 days. So that basically, if you don't know what Spin Rewriter is, if you're going to be putting your own content and you want to spin it, this is what does that. You can actually integrate Spin Rewriter into this. So if you've got a Spin Rewriter account, you can do that as well. But this will give you access to that for a few days to check it out. And it just allows you to make your own spun unique content so you don't get any penalties for content that you put in there. And then as far as our bonuses go, we've got a bunch in there, including some that are going to help you to learn exactly what to do with your YouTube videos to be able to rank them even better, because I know many of you are going to be using this program specifically to rank videos, so you're going to get all the SEO stuff that you need for ranking videos, as well as for branding, and a bunch of other goodies as well. So if you got any questions on any of this, of course, reach out. I'll be glad to answer them for you, and we will talk to you guys soon.